Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over the new PU monthly report that just came out for September of 2025. I'm going to be going over some of the highlights I find interesting in this PU monthly report. So let's go ahead and go look at this here. So the art team did some work on the characters here. The character design for a new gang sounds really interesting to see. The new gang, I am curious to see if that's going to be something we're going to see perhaps at the end of the year. And also, new armor is going to be coming into the game, so that's pretty cool. I enjoy armors. That's cool. A new gang, new faction. Wonder if that's going to be another pyro faction or maybe a faction in what's that system? Nyx that is supposed to be coming soon. So I wonder if that's related to that. So I'm curious to see what that looks like here. But yeah, let's go ahead and go on to as well on the ships. So in the UK, the team has worked on the RSI Aurora and the Hammerhead to modern standards. That's basically they're very, very old ships. So with the Aurora and the Hammerhead, I believe they're working on this through the components. Like it says here, the Aurora's progressed through Lot Zero on the final stages, and improvements are made to the component bays, bed access, dashboard placements, entrance method, VTOL setup. So just bringing everything to current gold standards of what's currently in game for the newer ships now. So that's great. The Aurora has been in the game, my God, like ever since I think the beginning of the PU. Hammerhead was, I forgot what year the Hammerhead was, but I'm gonna show you these really quick of what I'm talking about. So this is your Aurora here. There's like a lot of different variants to this ship. There's like CL, ES, LN, LXO. Bringing this to modern standards, that's great. This is also one of those ships that are, I believe, or it was offered as a starter package at one point. There's a lot of people that have this ship, including me. This is actually a ship that I bought this starter package way back in the 3.0 day. And yeah, I still got it, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Also, the Hammerhead. This one actually I do not have, but this is an older ship that did come out. I forgot what patch this was, but it's an older ship. I think this was even before the Carrack, because the Carrack was like 2020, so this is an older ship that came in the game. So, yep, new design. I wouldn't say new design, but like new ways to access components. That's pretty cool to see. I'm looking forward to that and seeing how entrance and entry is going to work for this ship as well. But what else do we have? It just released. We already know about that. Oh, wait, this talked about the Hammerhead. Focus on implementing improvements made to base corridor kit. Yep, component base, relays. Okay, yeah, so component base. They're making improvements on that for the Hammerhead. I don't know actually what this is supposed to be. This looks like maybe the Paladin. I don't know. I couldn't. That's just my best guess here. Well, speak of the devil here, the Paladin. So I think this has to be it. This is a picture of somewhere in the ship. Paladin looks like it's progressed through Lot Zero phase and some final adjustments being made to the turrets, ensure that movement's all good. Downstream teams kicked off their work on the ship too. So this ship, the Paladin, is going to be coming very, very soon. So this is the Paladin right here. I would expect this to be, let's see, Lot Zero. So I believe all that's next is just final art and then PU testing. And that's very, very quick. I think we could end up getting this one probably very soon. Definitely, we're getting this year, I believe. I don't know if this is going to be a ship that we're going to get during IAE, but it's a medium-sized ship. It went through fairly quickly when designing. So yeah, could be IAE, could be in December. We'll see. Currently, we're in October, so I do not think it's getting ready for next patch release during this month. So yeah, November, December is when I'm expecting for that one. Also, work was done on the Miss Cole B. This actually went into the white box phase. This is huge news. I didn't see this coming, and this to me makes sense to me because we already have the whole A. already have the whole sea, and this ship is just cargo gameplay. So this ship, they already have the design for the grids, how kind of how those ships already are made. So they have references and kits to refer to that. It wouldn't take that long for them, I think, to go through that ship. That is a, let's take a look at it. That is a medium-sized ship. That's got 384 SCU worth of cargo. So pretty decent sized upgrade from the whole A. The whole A, I think, had like 60 something, 70 something cargo worth of SCU. Yeah, this is a good upgrade. This is what it looks like. This is a very old concept image. Cargo here at the bottom, the size, the top. This also has the ability, I believe, to land if I can find a very old image. There it is. So it's got landing gears and everything. So very, very old concept ship from way back in the day. Actually, is there a comparison? So it looks like this is the whole A, and then this is the whole B. That's your whole C right there. Precise comparison. So, yep. Gotta carry more cargo. It's a pretty cool ship. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Its majority of the interior was implemented to the required level. Let's see. There's adjustments made to meet gate requirements. Cool. For the exterior. Awesome. Looking forward to it. That one, I believe we actually could get potentially next year, if they're already working on it. It's a medium-sized ship. Example, the Paladin that came out for sale and concept like back at, I think, IAE of last year, and that took them about a year to finish up, because we're definitely getting it, I expect, at some point this year, for that concept ship here. So I expect at some point next year, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. And Ironclad Assault is approaching their white box gate review, so that is pretty cool. Plus the updated command module. Oh, that's right, the command module. So I believe this is actually the cab of where the pilot sits at, is supposed to detach. Yeah, I believe so. There's a, let's take a look at it. There's something on here that detaches. That's the Assault. This is just the heavy dropship version, and this is the Ironclad. So they're finished up, it sounds like, with their white box review. There's got to be an image of this command module somewhere. This Ironclad. Oh, I see. Okay, it is actually right here. The command module. So kind of where the caterpillar sits for the pilot seat. I believe, actually, is this where the pilot's supposed to sit? Because that's a bridge. That's the command module right there on their side. And it detaches, and that's what it's supposed to do. So it's kind of like a cutter size vessel that detaches. That's going to be next year. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure that said Ironclad Assault and Ironclad approaching their white box gate review. So yeah, they're just doing the white box gate review at this time. Next would be gray box stage, and yeah, that's going to be a ship for next year. Actually, both of them. I think they're going to release, it sounds like both at the same time. They're working on both, so yeah, I'm excited to see that. For unannounced vehicles, there also continued development through September 1st, approaching its Lot Zero review. So we have a potential unannounced vehicle that's going to be coming to IAE, I would expect. Or maybe this month. No, actually, no, that's too soon to say. Well, potentially. Depends how the size of the vehicle is. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a snub or a small vehicle. If that's the case, potentially this month, we'll see. Second progressed through Lot Zero Gate, and it's now in the final stage. Okay, so that one we could be getting by this or next month. So cool. I don't know. I have no idea what the heck they're going to be. I like surprises, so can't wait. There's a third variant. This is a third variant on a popular recent release, receiving gray box and Lot Zero work. Huh, okay. Another unannounced ship that was popular, and it's receiving its gray box and Lot Zero work. Could be a Kruger. Because L21 Wolf did come out. Maybe this is another variant of that. That's my guess. Maybe this one's a racing variant or another fighter that's got laser guns instead of just the bespoke Gatling guns. So I'm taking guesses here, just wild speculation. No clue, but that's my guess is. Unannounced. There's another fourth unannounced ship. This one has passed its gray box review early September. Lot Zero work due early October. There's a lot of unannounced ships here. 4 unannounced ships or vehicles that are approaching or already in their Lot Zero review. So that is actually quite a bit of vehicles and ships here that are coming soon, sooner than I thought. Wow. These got to be small or like vehicle snub ships. These have to be. That's a lot of work. Wow. Okay. So unknowns. Another picture here of I think this is a Drake-looking ship. So maybe one of the unannounced vehicles or ships. This is a Drake ship. I can just tell by the aesthetics, like the yellow bars there, the welding on the metal right there. If you look at the welding in the image here. This, I think, is a Drake ship. It looks like it, so potentially. It just looks like it to me. Apollo is released. Yep, we know about that. Perseus. Okay. Lot 0 for the RSI Perseus was also passed early in the month. 1st September. Team is moving on to final touches and downstream teams beginning to close out the ship. So, we are getting the Perseus very, very soon. This is the Perseus. If you forgot, I'm pretty sure no one has forgotten to look at this ship. It's pretty iconic. This one here is due very, very soon. This I would expect at IAE. John Crew even commented that this will be ready for IAE, so we're literally like a month away from that. I am so looking forward to this ship. I have big plans for this ship. So looking forward to it. Heavy gunship. Cannot wait. I'm very excited about this one. White box phase officially kicked off. For the Drake Kraken. This is... I actually kind of was expecting that. Well, not this early. I was expecting... maybe they would start white box on this in the beginning of the next year in a couple months, but they're already starting white box. That's awesome. So this is going to help them basically. So they're taking, I believe, from like videos and stuff I've seen online from CIG, like what they're going to do with this is just take the kits from the Ironclad of the ship kits and merge that into the Kraken. Makes sense to me. It's the same manufacturer. Kind of what they did for RSI all along for RSI Zeus, and they took that kit into the Apollo, and that just helped them build the ship here fairly a little bit more quickly. But yeah, Kraken. White box kicked off just last month. Pre-production phase has led to numerous improvements and adjustments to navigation, flow, interactions throughout the ship. Okay. I would like to see at CitizenCon about the Kraken these newer concept images of what they did for improvements. Because on the Kraken here's the ship. The original concepts images were kind of vague. And this ship was like, this was originally concepted like, I think, back in 2018. It's a long time ago. I'm very much looking forward to this ship. This is what I'm talking about here. So it's got like all this stuff here. It doesn't really say much for work, but yeah. Anyways, I want to see the new improvements. I saw this image, and it was just kind of like vague to me, at least when I first saw this. Like, I wanted to see a little bit more, but that's the only image we had for the interior of what the rooms would look like. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Yeah, Kraken. We're getting that very soon. Not very soon. It's a capital size ship. So that's going to be, I think, they already started white box. This is going to be like, oh God, this has to be 2 years. So this has got to be like a ship for like 2027, I think. I am guessing that it's going to be like a 2027 ship that comes out in 2 years for capital size ships. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Two unannounced vehicles progressed to one moved through its gray box phase, while the second entered white box. Okay, so more vehicles, cool. Yeah, actually, there's nothing about the Pioneer. Last we heard about the Pioneer was that it was in its white box stage on that ship, and that's a capital size ship as well. And what I mean by capital size ship is just a huge ship that is probably going to be coming now at this point. I'd expect next year, and they were working on that since last year, and it's already been a year now. So yeah, those larger capital ships, I fully expect like 2 year work. So Pioneer would be next year. Kraken, if they just started this just now for white box, 2027. That's just where I would expect my expectations at the earliest that they're gonna release that ship for backers. It doesn't say anything about the Kraken privateer, just says straight Kraken. So I don't think they're going to be working on the privateer variant. I think that one has shops. But anyways, that's all the ships. There's I think one more thing here. Oh, this is Portugal, Italy. Oh, cute. Okay, cool. Oh, this is bar system. Cool, awesome. Where is? There's like two more things. Oh, here we go. Core gameplay. So, core gameplay. We got for engineering. The team continued on the iterating the playtest feedback. They got a little bit more testing done on that. They're doing more wider scale testings on this in the future, it sounds like. So, and that's it. Just a one sentence about engineering. I do not think we're going to be getting engineering this year since it's already October. If we do, I'm going to be really shocked. But being that we only got like, it's basically end of the year, and like next year's, not next year, sorry, next month's November, December is like 2 months away. And like at the halfway point of like December, they all go on vacations for weeks. So I don't think engineering's coming this year. I really doubt it. A little sad about that. The vehicle command module feature continued through its pre-production phase. They have a prototype. They're doing work on the technical design for the docking system. Yeah. So they're working on vehicle command module. This is related to the Ironclad, actually. So that command module that I talked about earlier, that's not going to be there. That should be there. So there, this is the vehicle command module. As you can see, that doesn't tell me. Oh, it is. Okay. Vehicle command module on the right side of the Ironclad. So they're working on this as well, too. I think they are actually going to try to get this ready with the Ironclad release next year. I do not know if they're going to work on the Caterpillar to implement this. I doubt it, but we could be surprised, so we'll see. So that is command module. Yeah, and then they also did, last thing. And they also did some rework on the inventory. This is the new look that we have gotten for the new inventory management. There's a new UI design to it, and then also a search bar. So I'm happy they're doing that, because every time I'm trying to look into my inventory, I actually would love, like in the freight elevator, there's a search bar. Why is there not a search bar when I'm looking for inventory? I know the name of something. I can just type it in and, So I'd love to see that. So I'm happy that they're doing a search bar. That's cool, because I got so much crap in my inventory and I cannot sometimes find stuff, and it takes me like a good hot minute until I find like one specific item, or I just can't find it. But yeah, so that's about what we got today for the new stuff for the PE report that I want to talk about. So hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the next one.